Ashlie Hanson and Kaylee McCusty in the Downtown Mall.
So Ashley, what's the first thing that you see when you come to the downtown mall?
The first thing that I notice when I come down to the downtown mall is just all the people. I see just all kinds of ethnicities and ages and groups of people. There's groups of friends and families. Just a time where they can go and have a nice Friday night. There's all kinds of businesses and there's a lot of diversity in shops. You can come down here for all different kinds of entertainment and restaurants. When I think of the downtown mall, I think it has a lot of character. I see Charlottesville when I look at the people and just everything around it, and it's definitely just a melting pot of the community.
So Kaylee, what's the first thing you see when you come to the downtown mall?
The first thing that I see down here is probably like the buildings and the architecture, because it's been here for so long and you can really tell by like the bricks and like the old paint. And even though they're really old buildings, there's like new businesses and new people around them, and it's really cool to just kind of like show over time how things have changed but how they're still kind of the same, and also just how it is like a center point for like culture. Like down there is the Freedom Wall, which is something that's really special to Charlottesville, and there's this fountain that's in pictures from like 20, 30 years ago, and it's just a really cool place to see.
And it's interesting to see how the architecture has changed over time and that the newer buildings are much taller than the older buildings.
If me and Ashlie really wanted to learn something about the downtown mall, we'd have to ask some of its patrons what it was all about. So we did.
Good.
Okay, so are you guys locals to Charlottesville?
I am local to Richmond, and I came to Charlottesville when my parents moved here, so
Okay.
pretty local.
I'm a local, so. Okay, cool. So, what were your first impressions of the downtown mall?
I thought it was pretty cool. Well, like, you know, it's outdoors, which is nice. If you're at any other kind of mall, it's like indoors, and it's kind of not as cool.
When I first came here, I was 5, so it just looked really large.
What does the downtown mall mean to you?
To me, it's kind of just a place to hang out, like we're doing right now. It's a cool place to go see concerts. And, yeah, it's just, you know, it's outdoors, like I said. Food, get food here.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Are you a local of Charlottesville?
No.
So what was your first impression when you first saw the downtown mall?
A lot of young people. Definitely a college town. But lively, you know, lots of culture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I lived in Charlottesville all my life.
So what is the downtown mall to you?
I think the downtown mall is the center of kind of the cultural activity of the city. Lots of restaurants and bars and places you can hear music and see live performances.
So how often would you say you come here?
Probably more often in the summertime. Fridays after 5 is pretty popular, so you know, maybe average once a week at least during the nicer weather.
Are you a native of Charlottesville? Do you live here?
Born and raised.
Alright. So what is the downtown mall to you? Like, what does it mean?
Well, it's kind of the center of town in more ways than one. It's the center of culture, center of business, center of history. The downtown mall is so meaningful to this town. I think the best thing they ever did for this area was to make it a pedestrian mall in the mid-70s. I think it's great. With the pavilion at the end and all these shops and awesome stores and live music everywhere you go, I think it's a critical part of Charlottesville. It's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting some people walking by.
Aside from interviews, Kaylee and I took the opportunity to make some observations of what we saw in order to deepen our understanding of what the downtown mall really is. The downtown mall isn't just a place for wealthier businesses.
It's also an opportunity for smaller businesses that can't afford to rent out spaces in buildings and gives them the opportunity to sell their goods for little to no cost.
So behind me is the Main Street Arena. This and the Pavilion and the Paramount, they're all examples of big entertainment places that bring people from all over town. And when people come down to the downtown mall, of course they come for also the little stores, but a lot of popularity come from these big places, and it draws people to other little stores. So it really helps out, these bigger places really help out all the stores around the downtown mall, because you know, you go to a concert and you get hungry and you come down and go to dinner and you get some frozen yogurt after. So it all really helps with the business, and yeah.
So along with the culture, people, and buildings, the downtown mall is also a big place for advertisements. All along the downtown mall there's really big printed out pictures, and it just kind of shows how people do use this popular space that a lot of people are in to advertise. Which is just another example of just how strong the culture is in Charlottesville, especially in the downtown mall. These are local artists playing their music for the people in Charlottesville, and it's just really great.
After getting some Chaps ice cream, we had time to think and see how our views on the downtown mall had changed.
From all that you've seen and all that you've heard, what do you think of the downtown mall now?
I think that downtown mall is a place for just cultural diversity. I see just people from all over town who come and they hang out with their friends and their family. It's really just a central business district where a lot of bigger businesses can prosper, and as well as like little ones. It's also a home for a lot of people. There's a lot of people who don't have homes who come here, and they're able to find sanctuary here. There's also people who you know, bring their instruments or bring their musical talents and are able to just show the world their talents. It has a lot of entertainment value. There's, of course, the Pavilion. There's all kinds of things to do, and so it's just a really great place where you find yourself.
After your day of experiencing the downtown mall, what has changed? What does the downtown mall mean to you now?
I'd say that I really saw more in the downtown mall because I was looking for something different. When I first came here, all I really saw was like the buildings and the people on the surface. But now there's like a lot more to it after talking to people, and how it really is important to some people in their lives. Like, this is a home for people, this is a place of work for so many people, and some people it's just a place to come and enjoy themselves, and it's full of culture and so many things that are just really special to Charlottesville and our community, and it's great.